You fuckers ready for season 3?
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. It's the 3rd season of From No Evil. Yay! Oh, God.
I am so sorry, dude. I am beyond sorry for the clip that we're going to have to edit out of that. It's like R2-D2 making sweet love to a fucking compactor.
Keep it.
I think, didn't that happen in, never mind.
Yeah,
It's
probably.
fine.
Statistically, anything happens an archive of our own.
USB's got plugged, unplugged. I don't claim to know what George Lucas was into.
They're actually called scomp links. Thank you very much.
Oh, sorry. Let me just whip out my scomp link.
Yeah, exactly.
Inappropriate use of a
For
scoplin.
this season, we will having our hunters take place in a neighborhood watch in Crabapple, Connecticut.
Yeah, fuck your plot. Let's talk about the dicks of Star Wars.
Yes, please.
We're making a hard pivot into just talking about robot on robot sweet lovin'.
I mean, R2 and C3PO are like married. Like
Yes.
That wasn't an invitation to keep going with it. Em.
I don't think they're married. I think they're just in what's the thing where just people just live together forever?
Domestic
not
partnership.
Domestic partnership.
Domestic
Yeah.
History
partnership.
calls them
Yeah.
best friends.
They were roommates.
No, they've been divorced like 3 times. It's part of their seduction technique. Anyway, sorry.
Can they be roommates if they don't live together?
Anyway, welcome. We have some new players joining us.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, welcome everybody for a new season, and again, talk of sweet lovin' between consensual robots. We're really excited. We're kind of coming based on all we have come across
What?
with the past seasons.
We're
I know
what?
what I said. We're all coming.
Dude, you're supposed to be the mature one here.
Since
Are
when?
any of us mature?
None of us are mature. That's why I have to take an aspirin at the end of each of our sessions. But basically, the past 2 seasons, we've been playing around to see how we like to play. What do you like listening to? And now we're really excited to kind of just hit the ground running with this new season. We're all super excited and ready to give you just the absolute madness that you come here to listen to. Before we begin, I just have a few things that I want to talk about. The first is thank you everybody who's been supporting the show. A special shout out to Jables 101 for making Lego stop motion videos.
So
Jables.
cute.
Jables!
Yeah.
Crazy
So,
cool.
want to say specifically thank you for that. Those were awesome to see.
Can I throw out a shout out to my students who do listen to me on this podcast?
Nice.
Just so you know, you're my favorite.
Aww.
To whoever said that Eduardo was their favorite character last season, you're my favorite.
I don't think Cyrus was anybody's favorite. And you know what? It's okay. He doesn't want to
Cyrus was my favorite.
be. Aw, thanks, Keith.
Cyrus was the edgy glue that just held all of us together.
Was he?
Was he?
But were they?
Did what in this glue?
Going back to my announcements.
Oh, yeah.
Some of these I say at the beginning of each one of our seasons, but I just want to reiterate in case this is the first time you're listening. We're using the Monster of the Week system. However, there are a few caveats with that just based on how we play, not with the system in general, but how we have chosen to play moving forward. The first is we'll be using initiative. Much like D&D, Monster of the Week has it pretty open. It's first come, first serve for attacks, but in this case, we're just going to use initiative to keep things a bit more organized. The second, which is there are some moves that when you have a success, you can only ask certain questions back. These are the investigate a mystery, or there's one other move that does that. We're not doing that. It's a bit rigid in just the way that we play. So if you hear a hunter ask me a question that isn't listed in the rulebook, that is allowed based on how we have chosen to play. Instead, we're just going with the area of if it is a partial success, I half answer. If it's a full success, I give an answer. If it's a nat 12, I will give a more detailed answer. The next thing would be that our hunters in this specific season will have custom playbook moves based on their characters. We won't go through each one of them right now, but as our hunters use them, we will take a moment to explain what this move is. It might be a move that's in the playbook that we tweaked or something new altogether. The last thing is that we're going to have 2 episode types this season to keep things a bit more organized, as well as let each one of our hunters kind of get their own moment. These will go back and forth. The first that you'll be hearing right now is our community meeting. That's when all of our hunters get together and they can talk about the overarching mystery that will be going. Then we will have our episodes. These are full mysteries that will be happening for 3 hunters at a time. There will have its own monster and minions and mystery they have to figure out, while they're also getting pieces for the overall mystery that they can talk about more in those community meetings. With all of that being said, let's start.
All right.
Thanks, Key.
Also, you will notice that we've had some change in our party members. We ritualistically voted Drew off the island, so he's dead, and we mourn
Or
his
maybe
loss.
he shows up later on. We don't know.
From the grave. What is it? What's that meme? It's the like, sometimes I can still hear his voice. Like,
Still hear
stop
it.
telling people I'm dead.
I'm dead.
Sometimes I can still hear
I keep saying, like, the show needs more drama. Like, this is the season where we just start making rumors about, like, our interpersonal dynamics.
Total drama
Isn't the
island.
first season supposed to have rumors?
No,
Yeah.
we're starting off right now. Like, the new, like, headcanon for the fans is that we all hate Drew somehow. But we don't, but we do, but we don't.
Total, like,
Put in the comments right now if you think Drew was voted off or kicked off.
Pretty Little Liars style.
Or do I just have him
XOXO.
locked away in my closet?
Closet.
The pause made that
Yeah.
so much worse.
Where
it was
was-
the pause. Like, you could have said like basement, and that would have
Cellar?
been better than the pause.
Well, that's because I thought I heard something, so I
You
knew
heard
that-
Drew in the closet.
It's true.
Making a ruckus down there.
He's filming our
Dude,
OnlyFans right now.
Come out.
Yeah. So with what Em just said, we do have 2 new players joining us. We have the wonderful Key, and we have the
Hello.
wonderful Lund.
One of us.
Hello.
One of us. One of
One
us.
of us.
One of us. One of us.
So
This won't be in sync.
Don't worry about
no,
it.
not I think. Even if we were in person, it wouldn't be in sync.
Oh, no.
And
I
that's the way
tried
it
my
should
best
be.
to make it unsynced.
And you might know Key from our lovely incredible art that you will see over on YouTube for our
Yes.
character design, and has now crossed over into the dark side.
From visual to audio.
I'm very excited to be here. I will make all of your art terrible if you are mean to me.
Hey, is there any place other than our YouTube that they can find your art if they want to check you out?
Yes, I've got my YouTube channel, which is Keaton's Walsh. I have a website, but it is very long. It is linked to my YouTube channel, though. Other than that, I don't really have an internet presence, which is bad, but I'm getting there.
These days, though, it's probably fine.
It's for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a job, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
Mood.
Yeah. Alrighty. So with that, let's begin.
Lund.
Oh, Lund. Sorry.
What?
Lund didn't get an intro.
Oh.
I said that he was joining
We
us.
said Lund, but he didn't like get a chance to talk.
Oh, well, hello. I'm glad to be here. If we're doing plugs up top, you can't find me anywhere because I don't use anything, but you can find me anywhere as Lunday with 2 Ys.
All right.
Lund, can we find you on MySpace?
You could find CJ on MySpace, but you don't want to.
What about like a Foursquare? Or like, what's another like dead social media? How about Vine?
Fine.
Resurrected Vine.
Mine's
say-
not 2000s though.
Yik
No.
Yak? No,
Yeah,
Yik Yak
fair.
was post 2000.
No, you couldn't
That's
find
an app,
anybody. That's the
Yik
whole
Yak.
point.
But then they did introduce usernames, and that's what caused Yik Yak to die.
What's your Club Penguin username?
Oh, fuck.
Let's roll. No. Evil.
evil.
I love that nobody chimed in.
Sorry, I was
people
thinking
did.
about Club Penguin. And
Me
then-
too.
Priorities.
Reminiscing.
Alrighty. So we will now begin. Our story is going to take place during the year 2000, blah, 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 a pre-internet as we know it now, but a post dial-up internet world. Does it make sense? Not entirely, but it doesn't matter because this is going to be Crabapple, Connecticut. It is a town much like every other town that you can think of and have not even seen. It's very stereotypical in terms of mowed lawns, white picket fences, smiling nuclear families, and looks to be a billboard-ready suburban town. However, instead of what it would picturesquely look like this mid-evening, late afternoon on a weekend with people walking up and down Main Street, which this town cleverly calls Core Curve, or taking time to sit in the beautiful gardens of T.M. Arboretum, basking in the quaintness of Crabapple. The entire town has found itself gathered within the community center. A gymnasium has been rearranged with its seating. A small podium has been set up with a microphone. Everybody who is in there looks to one another nervously. Not entirely sure why they were called, but knows why they were called at the same time. This is where our hunters are, individuals within the crowd. But before we can get to them, all of yous can see a stout-looking gentleman, very small, very squat, bald hair, wearing a sweater vest, even though it's like a little too warm for that, climb the stage and goes to the microphone. He hits it for a few seconds. It kind of screeches a little bit in that like microphone way, getting all of your attention before he speaks into it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our community meeting. Thank you all for meeting us last minute. The rest of you know who this is. You've lived in the town all your lives. This is Taylor Hudson, the self-appointed town representative. No matter how much you rack your brain, you can't remember the last time someone had this role, nor do you think that it is really a role, but this man is very proud of it, as you can see as his chest puffs up a little bit as he speaks. He looks to the crowd and says, I'm terribly sorry to interrupt your evenings. However, I had discussed with the mayor. I talked to the mayor, and we agree that this needs to be had. He sighs and looks down at his feet and solemnly says, Maleficent Pritchet, Millie Pritchet, as many of you know, cheer captain, star A student, has gone missing this past week. And there's whispering.
Rutabaga. There you go. Somebody else is in.
Gucci gang.
You see a middle-aged couple get up from the first row. A man and a woman both look extremely tired, bags under their eyes, pale, and in their hands are 2 stacks of missing posters. They immediately start just handing them out to everybody nearby, each of the rows. They go up and down. Obviously, these are Millie Pritchet's parents, who you can see on their faces are worried sick, but are trying so hard to just pass out these flyers and make sure that it's out there. Each of you have this in your inventory now. It is a printed photo, Xerox black and white. It is a photo of Millie. She is about 16. It would have been a photo from like a cheer competition or what have you. She's got long hair. You can't tell the color, of course, because it's black and white.
$10 she's blonde.
Probably. I was going to say it's still light. Ponytail with a big bow. She is wearing her cheer uniform that proudly says Crabapple Worms, the local football team. And it says on there that she was last seen the week prior. There's going to be a lot of apple puns, You got to start getting used to it. There's
really
a shit ton.
Just the worms. It's just good. It's just
so
great.
ferocious. Worm.
Yeah, hey, buggy bug.
Trev, we should make like a marching band version of that. And that's the school tune.
Yes.
My cousin plays saxophone. She could probably record something.
Ooh, hell yeah. What kind of
Ooh.
saxophone? I played alto.
Live band.
I think it's also alto.
Hell yeah.
I play the accordion.
I
I'll bust out the flute.
briefly played the trumpet in 5th grade. Technically, it was a cornet, actually, not a full trumpet. But,
All right, Chuck Mangione over
the
there.
earthworms.
Yeah, here it's just worm.
I love it. It's just worm.
It's
not
just a
worms.
worm. The mascot, a worm.
So it's not the
On-
worms. It's the
It's
worm.
He's
singular.
got a little apple hat.
It's one worm.
That's so good.
Together
Okay.
we are worm.
We are worm. We are
I feel like
worm.
the school has to have one of those like motivational posters that's like worm and it's an acronym for something like
We-
worm thoughts.
Work hard.
Outstanding
Opportunities
achievement. Yeah.
arise.
Yeah.
Multiple words in between an
Respect.
acronym.
Rising stars. Motivation.
Yeah. And Millie Pritchet is the head cheerleader. It says on the poster that she was last seen the week prior. And the timeline of this, Taylor starts going over of just she was last seen at the big game against the Pearsville Birds, which is the neighboring town and the arch rivals of the Crabapple Worm.
Fuck you, Pearville.
Are they
You
pear?
hear someone
Wait,
saying in the
wait,
back.
Pearville?
Is it pear or pears?
Like pear, like the fruit?
Yes.
Oh, that's fucking good. All right. Okay, thanks.
It's not an apple.
Taylor goes on to say she was last seen leaving the school after the big game against the Pearsville Worms. We have been talking to the local police and we've been talking to, and he looks a little disgusted as he says it, but tries to like keep his composure. The Pearsville administration and police, and we have not caught sight of her. So we are expanding the search. Please keep your eyes vigilant. And the parents like finish up handing all of the posters and they're just hanging back against the back of the gymnasium. He then gestures to all of you saying, however, with this, we want to make sure that we are taking as much precaution as we can to not have more people go missing. So in turn, myself and the mayor, still looking smug as fuck, we will be issuing a neighborhood watch in the meantime. You hear a lot of like rumbles and everything. Clearly nobody else has kind of heard what's going on, but Taylor just like puts his hand up like, silence, silence. The reason in which we do that is a lot of people are very nervous about Millie's disappearance. A lot of people are taking in their own hands the search until late at night. A lot of, her fellow classmates are not taking this as seriously as we want. So just for utmost caution, as nothing of this has ever happened in Crabapple in the years that I have lived here. So instead, we will be implementing a curfew and a neighborhood watch. Somebody in the back raises their hand. It's like a sweet-looking old woman. It's another old woman. There are two in town.
I'm older.
Just two women.
Just
I'm
two
older,
old-
and Yaya takes pride in the fact that she's older, and she calls this one young lady at any given moment.
It's her arch knitting nemesis.
Yeah.
Your rival old woman.
I like that there's granny beef. I'm kind of cool with this.
Granny
That's
beef.
the name of the episode right there.
Granny
Yeah,
beef.
can we not repeat the words granny beef?
Episode 1, Granny Beef.
Granny Thief, great band name. If any of the Mystery Kids start a band, can it be called Granny, Beef?
Yeah.
Love that.
I feel like this is
God.
going to be on your next trivia that you put together for us of, is it a Christian rock band or is it X?
It's Granny Beef.
That's a granny themed like diner.
Fuck. Yes.
Granny beef. That one. Now you're pushing it too far.
I don't want to eat Yaya's beef.
Jail. Immediately jail.
Hey, she makes some good pastizo.
Anyway, so this old lady raises her hand, saying, "Do we know who's on the watch? Some of us prefer to go to bed early." And Taylor just looks and he goes, "Well, the mayor has decided on the people that will be there. We looked at those who have community service hours, those who are in high respects, one volunteer." And he looks a certain way, and making eye contact with that first person in the crowd, he goes, "Let me introduce them." And before he can gesture with his hand, Ed, you stand up.
Good evening, everyone. Oh, come on. We can do better than that, everyone. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So the man that stands before you and releases that cringe-ass corporate intro can essentially be described as the human equivalent of SpongeBob, rocking the short sleeve white shirt, pants brought all the way up, tucked in the shirt, belt prominent, with his various pagers and cell phone clips and sunglasses holder across the belt line, also showing as much pride in his Crabapple heritage. Red and green striped tie to really bring this ensemble together. But unlike his usual attire, he also has a very prominent pin that just has the following letters: ED, the number 4, and then a little picture of a home. Ed for home. He has a clipboard for some reason that makes sense for the plot of all of this. And he turns to the crowd and just says, before we get too far in today's proceedings, I do believe that Mr. Little behind the scenes. I'm actually taking notes for this fucking season because apparently there's plot holes in all of the seasons that I caused. Big air quotes around all that. Mr. Hudson, I do believe we have a bit of a procedural aspect to this meeting that we have yet to discuss, and that is, of course, roll call. Everybody groans. Mr. Hudson, if I may. And he goes up and doesn't wait for him to actually like give him the microphone. He just kind of takes the microphone.
So just to say this, he's climbing over people that are in the like crowd seats with him to then go on stage. I just want to. So there's a good 5 minutes of this. Weave through the crowd,
kind of sidestepping.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
For HOA. Excuse me.
And for HOA, please vote. As he's scooting past and then just like saunters over. Hudson probably could have been speaking this entire time, but I'm just kind of like, sir, wait a moment. As he walks up to the podium, grabs that like shitty like metal bent microphone that every single community center has and just whips it in his direction. Just loud
the
ass.
most awful screech happens due to that.
Now, for those of you who are not familiar with yours truly,
You hear one person in the crowd being like, I hope I didn't.
I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear that. Today, I will be speaking on behalf of myself, Ed Ravensworth, HOA presidential candidate for this next HOA upcoming election. Please vote. I need your vote, please.
Hey, Trev, we're going to actually use you as the basis to introduce our first homebrew mechanic.
Fun facts.
No, Taylor Hudson is going to try to grab the mic from you. I want you to roll Act Under Pressure.
Ooh.
First roll.
First rule. And the reason I'm doing this is to help illustrate our custom homebrew mechanics that are happening. You see, Ed here has his own custom mechanic, which is, as he just said, there's an HOA election happening. And during the course of the campaign, based on Ed's roles and how he deals with the agency, because we have not said that your playbook, but you are using the professional playbook. Based on the outcomes, he will be losing points and gaining points. And it will only be revealed in the finale if Ed becomes HOA president.
So like and subscribe right now and turn on notifications if you want to figure out if Ed makes it to the HOA.
So what was your roll?
I rolled a 7 with a +2. That is a 9. And depending on how this goes, I might use my other move, Unfazable.
All right. So a 7 to 9 would mean no gain or loss. It's a straight 0.
Okay.
So you're keeping your
All right.
points.
And keep that.
All right. So you have the mic and you struggle a little bit and you kind of knock Taylor Hudson a bit off, but like in the same way where people groan when you started talking, people started groaning when he was talking, so nobody cares if you tripped a little bit.
Yeah, but now I'm up here.
Yes.
And Ed is important.
Yes. Ed, the floor is yours.
Thank you. So, like I said, my name is Ed Ravensworth, proud Crabapplian.
Worm. Worm.
Worm.
I feel like that happens is that he says Crabapple like on stage, and then the crowd just starts going worm.
Ah, yes, the early worm avoids certain death from the bird, as the kids say. Today we're going to be taking our attendance with a little bit of pizzazz. We're going to be starting with yours truly with a wonderful, wonderful fun fact. My fun fact is that I live with a hairless cat. A beauty, a purebred, a wonderful little creature.
What's the cat's name? You hear called from the audience?
Her darling name is Christine.
It's your silence.
There's one quiet.
Do I have any volunteers for who wishes to go next?
Well, you at least know one person in the crowd that you want to have volunteer, and she was sitting just right next to you.
She's shrinking down in her chair so you don't see her as well.
No takers? Well, then we'll do ourselves a little bit of popcorn reading, shall we? I'll pass this off to my wonderful daughter, Penelope. Stand up, Penelope.
She reluctantly stands up and takes her time. The first thing you notice is a girl with short, pixie cut, pink hair. And she's dressed like many of our fave alts of the early 2000s, how I wish I would dressed in the early 2000s, but could never pull off. She's got, that choker necklace. That's always fun. She's got the off-shoulder black and white striped shirt. She's got like the black vest over it. Got those like black cargo pants and her messenger bag. And she's just like clutching like the strap of it as she's like standing up, not wanting to be there and not wanting the attention on her. Just standing there like, you want me to do? Like,
Your name and a fun fact, sweetheart.
she crosses her arms. She goes, I'm Penelope.
A bit louder, please.
I'm Penelope Ravensworth. And my fun fact is I can do a magic trick. And then she just flips off her dad and then sits down.
You hear like one little tiny, just like one little gentle golf clap.
And a woo from CJ.
Oh, just some fun and games, ladies and gentlemen. You know how young girls can be. Let's go ahead and pass it off to someone else now, shall we? How about you, sir, the wooer in the back?
CJ Swanson stands up. He is lanky. He's a teen. He's oily. He has about almost shoulder length hair that is very brightly bleached blonde. His eyebrows are a dead giveaway because they are black. He's wearing an old dark gray zip-up hoodie, some jeans, some black Converse or black high tops, and it's years ahead of its time. The t-shirt says, "Are you telling me a crab ran with these goons?"
Behind the scenes, this was a specific request from all of us because Lunda's right now actually wearing a shirt that says, "You're telling me a crab."
Yo, shout out to Bryson, though, over at Got Funny Shirts. I fucking love these things.
Sponsor us. Sponsor us.
Please.
In the Discord window, all I can see is "you're telling me a crab" in big letters. That's all. So every time I see the shirt, it's just, "you're telling me a crab." Yeah, I am telling you a crab.
Zipped up, so all it shows, all anyone else can see is "you're telling me a crab."
Telling me a crab.
You're telling me a crab.
CJ stands up, lanky teen. He also his fingernails dyed. No, his fingernails are painted black.
Is he okay?
Dip
Is he
dying.
seeing a doctor at him through this?
As a very clear attempt to approach fringe culture, but he doesn't have enough willpower to dive into it. He stands up and approaches the podium, grabs the mic. Thanks, Ed. My name's CJ. I'm here as I was called out, which was nice, really cool, as community service, but it's not real community service because some people, and he stares at Ed, are not a judge. as much as they want to think they are, and I just don't want to be grounded.
Penelope snaps.
Ed just like kind of rips the mic and like tries to give him like a little nudge with his elbow without trying to make it look like he's just beating the shit out of a child off stage. Do I have to roll for that?
No.
Like it's a forceful nudge.
No, it's fine.
You're not punching him in the face.
Yeah, you're not just fucking elbowing him in the chin. Like, you're just taking it.
Lawn court's not a real court.
We can take this out. Does CJ stand for something?
Pissing you off.
No, but can I use your full name to piss you off?
Oh, absolutely. Because he used to go by his first name. His first name's Cyril.
Oh.
And then he just didn't like it anymore. And then he went by his middle name, Jacob. But then those books that teen boys aren't supposed to like came out, and he hated being called Jacob. So now he's CJ.
Cyril Jacob. So good.
Cyril Jacob Swanson, that's his full name. And everyone knows it because he's gone through multiple phases of picking different names.
That tracks.
A lot of very strong words from a strapping young lad named Cyril.
Fuck you!
Your words are far more eloquent than the so-called art that you've displayed earlier. How about we pass them off to someone else, shall we? Get off the stage.
I don't want to get off the stage.
I will ruin you.
Sensing that there's a bit of a back and forth, the wise old wisdom of a woman realizes maybe I should cut the tension and speak.
Calispera, I can go next.
Ah, yes, Chrysula. Go ahead and stand up and take your time. I know it takes a while.
Chrysula Doulis is old. She's very old. She is this sort of smaller, like, old lady. She has, like, deep sort of set wrinkles, sort of like a larger nose, but like those wrinkles that are the really prominent, like, laugh line sort of wrinkles and whatnot. She is wearing a turtleneck and like a long sweater, and like the sweater and the pants it's not quite like a sweater set, but it's a little bit. And she has like lots of like, necklaces on with different like charms and like little like rocks and whatnot on. She has a cane. I decided that she has a little cane that she uses. And she has sort of this like short kind of wispy gray, like white hair and like these big chunky rings on. And she sort of like, uses her cane to stand up and she says, Kalispera, everybody. I'm Chrysula Doulis and you can call me Yaya. Although you, Mr. Ravensworth, you can call me Mrs. Doulis. I am very happy to provide my services to make sure that the Kuricha, Miss Millie Pritchet, is able to be found. And my fun fact is that I am the oldest resident of Crabapple, and I am not going anywhere anytime soon.
Isn't that the truth, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get somebody else, shall we?
Is the truth that she's old?
If y'all is doing it, I want to help too.
Please speak up, Norman.
Norman, who was sitting next to Yaya, gets up from his creaky chair. He's wearing a full like black wrinkled suit, but he also has on top of it like a yellow rubber rain jacket. And he walks up to the podium with a fedora, puts the fedora on and tips it down to cover his eyes, just so that he can lift it back up again, and looks out at the crowd. He takes out a thermos and he opens it up, and you smell this very starchy, pungent smell. It's not like a bad vinegary smell, but it is very starchy and pungent, like a cheese kind of mixture with hot water. And he takes a sip of it.
While Yaya is still not young, sir.
Hello, my name is Norman Alfred Pearson. I believe that you all know me as Norman Alfred Pearson. You can all call me Norm. If you all paid attention to my radio show, you would all know that I already knew about this disappearance. It's because of the skinwalkers that were here in our town. I found one personally, and it's in my basement
Very
right now.
fun fact with the radio show, Norman. Once again, a delight to be around.
I'm gonna jump in for a minute. I have a quick question for you. Did you say you may norm me?
I also heard.
Yeah, I also
I also heard that too.
Sorry,
Was that on purpose? No. Keep
I
it.
love that.
Keep it. I like that he includes his own name.
I didn't even realize I
I feel
said
like that should
but-
be like his catchphrase. You may norm
This
me.
season,
Norm.
Senior Chang.
Well, no,
Oh my
because
God,
Norm
I'm
takes
crying.
himself 100% seriously.
We
know.
believe it.
Thank you, Norman, for what I believe were words. And last but not least, the true shining star of the Crabapple worm, James. Why don't you introduce yourself, son?
James stands up, he clears his throat, and he is dressed in blue jeans, a green shirt, and his varsity football jacket with the number 46 on the back of it, and his last name, Wittenberg. He has a pretty normal face, nice, like, kind of spiked hair, not quite frosted tips, but he does have highlights in it, and just a face full of freckles. Real American boy. Yeah, I guess I'll round us out here. Hi everyone, I'm James. You all probably know me as number 46 on the Crabapple Worm. I'm the kicker. I knew Millie pretty well since she was, a cheerleader for the team, and I just wanted to help out as best as I could to find her. Yeah. He starts to sit back down and then he stands back up and he says, and my fun fact is that I have never had a pet. And then he sits back down.
I
I've seen a few people like lately clap for him. Only person there's been a clapping for.
love the worm.
Yeah, one person in the back just goes, worm!
It's his friend
Worm.
from football.
The whole
Worm.
crowd starts going.
Yeah, little chance of worm. Worm, 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 worm,
Worm. I need us to pull Drew back in just for like a little bonus clip at the end and be like, hey, no context. Give me your best worm noise.
Oh, no, I hate that. No, thank you.
Done
It's a
and
worm
done.
noise.
No, thank you.
Because
Done
here's the
and
thing, and I'm gonna disrupt this for a hot second, but a lot of people didn't realize like the eagle sound effects in all of season 2 were not like recordings or sound bits that we found. That was all Drew.
Hey, one of them was
each
me.
individual time. One of them was Stick, true.
Yeah.
Yes. I will say, my boyfriend did listen, and he was like, oh, make sure that Eagle Screech clip was copyright when he put it out. I was like, even better. That was our friend Drew surprising us and himself.
Well, so a friend of mine listened to it and thought that like it was the same clip like used over and over again. And I
It
was
was
like,
very
no, like it's
consistent.
different. And it was like, yeah, the consistency was crazy. So yeah.
It was fantastic.
Shout out.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
only
yeah.
consistent for the intro.
Well,
Shout
yeah.
out Drew, who we kicked off. No, we're kidding.
Yeah, who
Who
we
we
killed.
hate? Question mark?
Oh my
Hey
God.
guys, we fed
Discuss in the
we
comments.
fed him to the worms.
Yes.
One worm.
The worm.
To one worm.
One.
To the worm.
To
Singular.
rule them all.
I'm going to correct this every single time.
One worm to rule them all. One worm to bind them.
I apologize.
Because multiple worms is okay, it's dumb, but you can go with it. But it's just one worm, which this is not a plot point, but in my own brain, it's canon. This is one worm in particular the town was founded around. It's just one worm in mind. I create
God,
this
I
world.
hate this town.
Yeah, worm. Anyway, so after you are done, Ed, Hudson, he grabs the mic and he does wrestle it away from you. Just thank you very much, Mr. Ravensworth.
I yield my time.
You say as he's like, it's already basically in his hand. You're just kind of following it with like your face.
Yeah, just I yield my time.
And afterwards, he not so subtly gestures for you to get off the stage.
Yeah, get off the stage.
Ed sees the little like hand swipe and just takes like 2 steps to the left, but stays on stage.
Taylor Hudson kind of steps like to block a bit of your view from the rest of the crowd. So he's kind of
Ed is like holding like his hands in front of him, not cross-armed, but like stanced up, like had to do it to him. Just kind of leans over a little bit so he can see.
So Taylor just ignores you, and he looks back to the crowd and he goes, so, as you have just heard, this is our neighborhood watch. They will be patrolling the certain neighborhoods each night. If you see them, a quick hello, but please make sure that you are adhering to curfew, because if not, they will have to take down a report, and nobody wants to deal with that hassle, do we?
Excuse me.
Yes?
And Norman stands up from his chair. Excuse me, what time is the curfew? That way I can announce it on my public radio show, The Midnight Zone, on 770 AM WTMZ.
Taylor just kind of like sighs for a minute, but goes, well, thank you for asking, Mr. Pearson. We will be saying that the curfew is a strict 10 o'clock. The neighborhood watch will be patrolling a bit earlier, around 7 o'clock, and going until midnight to make sure that all of you are off the street.
Thank you very much. I will make sure to announce it on my radio show, The Midnight Zone, on 770 AM WTMZ.
Pearson kind of blinks. He goes, the entire town is present at the moment, Mr. Pearson. Moving on. And he addresses the crowd once more with just last warnings. Please make sure you're not on the street. And more importantly, if you hear anything about Millie Pritchet, please make sure that you contact the authorities and her parents, whose number is available on the missing posters. And he gestures to the couple that's still in the back. The mother looks a bit upset. Her husband is consoling her. James, this is a number that you now have on your phone because it's available. James's homebrew mechanic is that he is the only one of the group to have a cell phone. And it, in turn, is the only one able to contact bystanders that the neighborhood watch does not run into on the street during their patrol, as well as can contact even if they, wrap up for the night to go home. So, James, you have this number available.
I do love, just something to highlight something that Lunde put in the chat, that, we did say canonically that Ed has, a cell phone, but James is the only one who can call people because no one gives Ed his number, is the funniest thing I have ever heard.
I actually like that so much more. I was trying to think of a reason for Ed to have a cell phone holster, but not the phone.
No, he has
that's what
a
he
phone,
gets from the HOA.
but no one ever wants to give him his number, or if they do,
I don't even have my daughter's number.
I don't even have a phone.
Yeah, I don't allow her to have a cell phone.
Nobody has a cell phone apart from James. Alrighty. So with that last bit, Taylor tells the entire town that's there that the meeting has wrapped up, that they're going to be hanging around for any last minute questions and concerns. But he specifically says there, those who are on the neighborhood watch, please hang back. Introduce yourselves. We have craft services over there provided by, I'm looking at a few of you when I say this very on-the-nose reference. Duke's Diner.
Love it.
I watched a lot of Gilmore Girls before I watched this. So instead of Luke's Diner, it's Duke's Diner. So we have craft services over there. I will speak to all of you to give you your supplies once people have gone through asking me questions. And so for the rest of you all kind of congregate around this craft services and get to meet one another, though you already know one another. So we'll focus on Penelope as you go up to the craft services.
Yeah, Penelope's gonna go up. She's of course gonna find CJ right away and just hang out with him. She's gonna avoid her dad as much as she can, especially because he called her out in front of the whole town. She's mad.
You'll say, CJ, you're already there at craft services. You're kind of getting into the food that's already there.
Oh yeah, I'm grabbing some chips, some soda.
Penelope's gonna eat all the food she's not there's soda there. She's drinking soda. They don't have soda in their house.
Yeah, I brought a big tray of spanakopita. Not even a fucking question. She brought a giant, and she did the little triangle, because you can do it either in the sheets or you can do them in the little triangles, and she did them in the triangles. There's a word for that. What are they called when they're in the triangle? This is, by the way, I don't know if I said this. Yaya is Greek. He's a little Greek grandmother. And I am basing this off of my own little Greek grandmother. Shout out to my Yaya out there. And so a lot of my terms or some of the phrases or whatnot are things that I heard my Yaya say as well as just, other kinds of things. Because, yeah, my yaya and my great-grandmother, as well, my big yaya, who I didn't meet but heard a lot of stories of. So that's where a lot of that's coming from. So if you're like, oh, Emily, you're just saying shit. I mean, I am, but also saying shit that my yaya used to say to me. So anyways, there's a word for the spanakopita when they're in triangles, though.
Yeah, delicious.
I'm not gonna remember them. Delicious, yeah, but I'm not going to remember the actual word. Continue.
It's a jelly donut.
Anyway. Oh,
Anyway.
hey, Nell. Really cool magic trick. I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I liked how you were pissing off my dad. That was great.
I like doing that too.
This is the most teenager conversation. just yeah. Moment of silence.
Super
that.
cool. Yeah.
Super cool.
Mm.
Just picturing Ed like that fucking scene from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs where he's just hauling ass, like 90-degree angle arms running in their direction. But no, Ed is going to take his time because he wants to be the last person to leave the stage. So he like escorts Hudson down the stairs first, so that he gets the last stage presence.
Also, for everybody else, obviously they're talking right now. But if your character is like, "Oh, I'm coming up," or like, "I'm gonna talk to somebody else," just say it when there's a bit of a dip. Just
there is no initiative when we're conversing.
bullshitting. No.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, go on, Penelope and CJ.
So CJ,
It's.
no, yeah, you
I was
wanna go?
just gonna say it's really cool that we're gonna be like some of the only people who are allowed out after curfew.
Right? Like that's the
I really
only
hope
good
that
part
we
about
get
this.
like teamed up and we can like hang out and just go around and mess around, do random stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because we could do that then, and then like hopefully there'll be a bunch of times where like my dad's out, and then it's easier just to sneak out and like hang out.
Oh, that'd be so cool. What were you gonna say? Or was that it? Was that
No,
what you were gonna say?
that was what I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, that is an awesome idea.
I love them.
I think Yaya comes up to them, and is because she's going to like sort of put out and make sure that all the the pit does look okay, and she's like, "Oh, Yasupadia, how are you two doing? It's so good of you to volunteer for your community and to make sure that everything's doing okay. It's so good of you two."
Yeah,
Oh.
we definitely volunteered. Yeah.
I didn't.
So genuine. I'm imprisoned.
I'm in trouble. I'm doing this because I'm in trouble. But
I mean,
Yaya,
yeah,
I wanna-
same.
He like pulls her a little bit aside and he's like, I really want to thank you for like the advice you gave me the other day. I think it's really it's a weird situation, but like thanks.
Of course, Agori. I mean, it's good of you to just be taking responsibility for what you're going through and to just, you're trying your best and you're doing your best, and that's all you can ask for. So I'm proud of you for being here, Agori.
Thanks.
And you, Koritsa. I know that with your father, it can sometimes be hard.
Yeah, I can't lie to you. Yeah, I didn't volunteer for this. I'm also in trouble and have to do this. I'm sorry.
She's hard to lie to, right?
Yeah. You're so great, and then your Kopita is great. You're just so great, and you help us out. Like, thank you again, also for helping me out. Like, you're amazing.
Oh,
Well,
she helped you too.
If you guys want to come by, I can give you the recipe sometime. I'm always happy to teach a few more new people how to fold these triangle things that I really should remember the name of. Fuck, I'm gonna look this up. Triangles.
If y'all know what it is, put it in the comments.
No, I know what it is. They're specific. They're not trigoras. It's I'm gonna text my mom. What's the specific name for the spanakopita triangles? Fuck me.
While they're looking this up, and we go back to the crowds.
Yeah, the crabs.
The crabs. James?
Makes his way over to Millie's parents just to give them his condolences, and he's fielding semi conversations with the other random townspeople, because football player in a small town is gonna get talked to, but he after giving Millie's parents his condolences and like, don't worry, I'll do my best. He makes his way over to the craft services, and because he also cannot resist Yaya's spanakopy.
They're tritons. Tritons is the triangle version of them, according to my mom. Shout out.
Yeah.
Shut up, mom.
Yeah, no, he cannot resist those.
Trigona,
So-
not triton. Trigona. I'm sorry. She just corrected. Trigona. Hell yeah. The spanakopta trigona. Anyways, continue. Don't worry about it. You're getting a little bit of a lesson.
Can you do the season 1 thing?
Spanakopta, a layered spinach pie of spinach, feta, and phyllo dough, which is like that crunchy, like thin dough you get in baklava. And trigona is when it's specifically in triangle form, not like, a big dish that you cut. So the spanakopta trigona.
This is your first of many Greek lessons that will be happening during the course.
I think I also said paideia earlier, which is kids, which I said to CJ and Penelope. I said agori, which is like boy, like and then koricha, which is a diminutive of girl. I said kalispera earlier, which is good evening. I'm just throwing shit in there, y'all. I'm trying my best.
Called brain rot. You're learning different languages over here, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Context
yeah.
clues.
Anyway, James.
Yeah. No, James just calls them the little spinach bites.
Yeah.
Fair.
But he can't resist him, so he walks over right as like Yaya is finishing up her conversation with Nell and CJ. He gives her a nice little side hug, just like, hey Yaya, how are you doing? You're out here pretty late. Are you doing all right?
I'm okay, Agori. I mean, Normandos was so kind to walk me over to the community center today to help me out, which was great. And I'm just, happy to help and find out that poor sweet girl, and to make sure that everything is safe in our lovely town of Worm.
Town of
good.
Worm.
Yeah.
Worm. Yes.
I want to chant worm so bad, but
And he
CJ
picks-
will not.
I picture that he has like a t-shirt that has like the school logo, but he only wears it when he's wearing like a hoodie or something that covers it. Like he's not a prep.
Oh, God,
It's just
no.
comfortable.
Speaking of which, he
It's his
does
sleep shirt.
he does glare at CJ as he approaches.
Ooh.
I just
CJ
got
glares
You're
at
fucking-
CJ.
Well, I'm CJ. He glares at James as he approaches, and then kind of gives him the cold shoulder a little bit.
James?
Ooh.
Drama.
Yeah. James looks over at CJ and notices the cold shoulder and just kind of brushes past it and looks at Nell instead and gives her kind of like a shy
sheepish
little
wave.
like hey
Yeah.
wave.
Gives them back.
Yeah.
Ed comes in, finally off the stage because Hudson took his good sweet fucking time, and just places his hand on James's shoulder in like the old man uncomfortable way, not in a say Drake kind of way. And
Yes.
Gotta make that perfect.
Yeah.
Gotta make that perfectly clear. James, my boy. Well, not quite my boy, but you understand what I mean. How's the superstar doing?
Hey, Mr. Ravensworth.
Please, call me Ed.
He loves when we call him Ed.
Yeah, I call him Ed all the time.
She says right in front of Ed.
We'll talk later, Penelope.
Sure, Ed.
Just glaring directly at his daughter.
So much glaring in this circle.
James is just here. He just wants food.
I'm also realizing the big game already happened, right? That's when
Yes.
Millie went missing?
Yes.
Okay, so we're in an off season for football.
Yeah, it just wrapped up the season.
Okay. Keeping up on your training for next season, you're going to be what, a junior, a senior?
Senior actually. But I mean, we literally just ended the season, so I'm kind of taking a break. He's just like reaching over to grab some more of the trigola.
Understandable. Rest and relaxation is very important, of the most paramount importance for a young lad such as yourself.
Yeah, totally not because I'm tired.
Ed, like, at that point realizes that he's absolutely losing James and is just like, well, what do we have here? And out of all of this massive spread of wonderful food from Yaya, and I imagine there's like desserts and other like
like
bagels
diner
and shit.
food, like just like a smattering of like diner food that they had, like sandwiches.
For the listeners back home, everybody knows that the fucking assortment of chips always has that one chip bag that nobody gets. That's Ed. Like, if you need a character description for Ed, he's literally just that last bag of chips that's in the assortment pack.
To kind of give a better view of Ed, myself and Trevi were talking about like vibes, and I said Mr. Lance from Danny Fan.
Chicken noodle soup for the soul.
That guy. Anyway, go on.
As he takes the healthy chips, Penelope like cracks open her soda and like starts drinking it. Like I
picture like
contact.
obnoxious, like the obnoxious like drinking noise too.
Yeah.
Ed like takes his bag of chips and with like a single chip coming up to his mouth, like he doesn't take a grip of them. He like gets one perfectly cut out chip and pops it into his mouth, chews for a few minutes, and does like, for lack of better terms, like the gayest little giggle. I'm trying to figure out a better way to say this, but like I'm picturing myself just going like like as out of character as possible. Like he just got himself a little treat.
He saves the bag for like later in the week.
For the record, I'm gay. I can make that joke.
I just picture like he just has the one chip in the bag, and I picture it's like a little party like snack bag, not like a big one.
Yeah,
that's going in the cabinet, and he has one a day as a little treat after work.
No, he takes that one little chip and it's just like, delightful, and proceeds to like carefully fold the chip bag like back closed and then inserts it into a random empty leather holster on his belt.
Was Ed a youth pastor in his younger days?
I picture Boy Scout.
Tactical chip.
Boy Scout. Fuck, you're
like an Eagle
so
Scout.
right, actually.
Like Eagle Scout,
A worm
used
scout?
car salesman. I was in the Worm Scouts.
The Worm Scout.
The Worm
Did he try to make a Worm Scout troop in Crabapple and nobody like
Scout
volunteered
troop.
for it?
The moment that Ed got elected as troop leader because it was he ran like unopposed, the entire troop just disbanded. They just left. They were like,
The previously
Yeah.
formed
I'm
Worm
out.
Scouts.
Yeah, the artist formerly known as troop leader of Troop 46 of Crabapple.
There was no
Which
troop
incredible.
1 through 45.
I was about to
No.
say that exact sentence.
Oh, worm troops.
Ed,
Yes.
you feel the hair on your back just prick up, and like something is tingling behind you, and you hear the footsteps. Yeah. As Norm walks up behind the whole group, just Ed knows I'm there, even though like I'm coming from behind. Yeah.
Yeah, so Normandos.
Do you have any more of those cookies at home?
Ooh, the curabieres?
Yeah. I feel like there's more work I need to do. Oh, hi Ed. How are you doing?
Norm.
By the way, so I like the idea of the curabieres. They're these like powdered sugar cookies that like so it's basically like this little butter cookie, and you put them in a little muffin tin and then you cover them in powdered sugar, and so when you eat them you really got to be careful not to breathe in because then you'll just get powdered sugar everywhere. But does Norman have a beard?
I think he's clean shaven actually. I normally I would say yes.
No, I was
but-
just wondering because I do like the idea that if you had a bunch of the curabieres, that like you just have like this powdered sugar, this like white powder, like all
So-
over your mouth.
I like what you're saying.
From
So-
eating them.
So I'll roll this back and say he will like when you look at him, he has like when you eat those Hostess donuts and you get like the white powder marks on the corners of
Yeah.
your mouth.
Yeah.
Norm has those. He's like, hey,
Yeah.
Do you have any more of those
100%.
cookies at home?
Oh, I have a whole extra batch that I put in into your little house just for you.
Thanks, yeah, you're the best. I feel like. Oh, hey Ed, how are you doing?
Norm.
I feel like I've there's not really much I can do here. I'm just trying to help out, and I feel like I could just do more help if I just went back and told people about it on my radio show. So I'm unless there's anything else I can do here, I'm gonna go home and tell people about what happened today.
Okay.
James pats Norman on the like kind of back of his shoulder, and goes, "Yeah, any help is appreciated, man. Thank you."
Thanks, James.
Yeah, we can head on home, Mr. Ravensworth or Mr. Hudson, if you two need anything more from us before we can head on out.
So Yaya sees him as he approaches. Taylor Hudson is approaching and goes, "Well, thank you so much for asking, Yaya." And he looks to the rest of the group. You all turn to him. And in his hands is like a box of walkie-talkies, as well as like reflective, obnoxious vests that
The greater good.
the greater good. That's it. And on the back, embroidered in, says Neighborhood Watch.
Can Yaya have embroidered them for...
I was gonna say that's the only reason Penelope's cool with it.
Yeah. So he looks at and says, "Before we let you all go home and get ready for the first shift tonight, a few of you are going to be patrolling." And he looks pointedly at Yaya, Ed, and Norman, who will be having the first Neighborhood Watch shift of the campaign. And he says, "We have a few supplies that the town will be providing you." And first he hands out the vest, goes, "These are identifying vests. That way we're able to see you very clearly. It's going to be dark out, so cars can see you, people can see you."
Representative Hudson, did I hear correctly? Our first shift is going to be myself and Chrysilla and Norm?
That is correct, Ed. And he has the biggest shit-eating grin on his face. He goes, "You wouldn't be opposed to helping patrol our wonderful community with these outstanding people." And I personally made the roster in this case, as I figured that Yaya and Norman, as they do reside together, would appreciate having this first watch together. There's no issue, is it? And he like steps a bit forward, so like your dad bellies are like kind of touching.
And behind you, you can hear like the metallic just unscrewing of the thermos lid from behind you.
Yeah. And Mr. Ravensworth, like I said, you can call me Mrs. Doulas.
Yeah, Ed, you wouldn't be so rude, would you?
And then between just gritted teeth, just, "Of course not, Mr. Representative Hudson. As someone who has always protected this neighborhood, I do find much wisdom in their years in this town."
In an effort to break the tension, James kind of raises his hand a little bit to get Hudson's attention and just asks, "Do we get flashlights too, or just the walkie-talkies and vests?"
Very good question, James. And in the box, he also hands each of you a flashlight. It's a very standard issue flashlight, like nothing crazy. Definitely came in like a value pack, but he gives each of you one. So now you have a flashlight in your inventory.
Could I have the blue one?
He gives the blue one squarely to James.
Yes.
James, my boy, willing to trade?
I'm good.
The one that Ed has is like, you can already tell, like you can kind of hear that the batteries are jingling.
Like it was the bottom of the box.
Yeah.
Is it those like really thick plastic ones you get from
Yep.
like? Oh yeah.
The ones that like can barely see 5 feet in front of them.
Yeah, like they're technically lighting an area, but technically
this is the 2000s. So
Yeah, this is the early 2000s. These are actual bulbs. LEDs weren't a thing
Yeah.
yet.
So, he also, as soon as he finished hand in mouth, says, "The town also invested in some walkie-talkies for each one of you. That way, if one of you needs to talk to a resident and the others wish to patrol, or maybe one of you sees something and needs to investigate, we are giving this to you. This is a secure line as well, so you won't get any interference from police or firefighters or what have you." And that is also just an out of context. These walkie-talkies will be connection to each of you, and will only be to those who are like patrolling. So he gives each of you these walkie-talkies. Again, it's probably in the same store that they bought the flashlights. It's pretty standard issue, handheld, and it's only got like a knob for volume, and he's kind of just taped whatever channel you're all using, so you don't have to like switch it. Now, all of these in your inventory, but also the vest you're just going to be wearing. They do not give armor because they're basically penny tees.
CJ chimes in. Great job thinking ahead, Mr. Hudson. You got my vote. Well, if I could vote.
Oh, and he
Am
just
I running against Hudson?
no. So he does snap his fingers to you,
I don't
CJ, and he just goes, "I like the enthusiasm. You could instead of me, you can put wonderful, brilliant man who is running for HOA president, Carl Dinkerson."
I'm not old enough to vote, but if I could, I would.
Oh, you see, Carl had the exceptional idea, and he says that like clearly looking at Ed in the corner of his eye. He came to the mayor, myself, and a few other representatives and made the plea that everybody should have a voice for HOA president as we all live here. So we will be allowing those in Crabapple High to vote for HOA president.
That is such a good idea, getting the youth involved in our community civic process. What a fantastic idea, that, Carl. I'm going to drop off some curabieres for him.
Taylor,
Yes?
do I get a vote?
Of course you do, Norman.
Okay.
You live here.
Correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Correct. I do live here. I although I don't own property.
Yeah,
I
he
do
doesn't
live here.
reside, but he lives here.
What was Carl's last name again? Dirkinson?
Dinkerson.
Dinkerson.
Like Timmy Turner, Dinkerson.
Dinkerson.
Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you for knowing that it was basically
I like
Dinkelberg.
Dinkelberg.
Carl
That's why I did the fist. I was like,
Dinkerson.
Carl.
So, after he hands each one of you the items, he takes a step back and goes, "Well, if you don't need anything else, welcome to the Neighborhood Watch." And with that, that's the end of this community meeting.
Yay! Woo woo!
For those listening, this was one of our first community meetings. The next one that will be happening, so that will be 2 episodes from now, will be the hunters you're about to hear go into our first episode, recapping what happens to the rest, because they're not gonna know what happens. They're not
They're
there.
never gonna know.
And
How
out
will
of
they
game, they're not gonna be told what happened. So they're going to have to figure it out based on how they can communicate the events that they go through. You can go right ahead to our next episode, which will be our first full episode with Yaya, Ed, and Norman. And now,
Roll the outro.
ready? Worm.
Worm.
Discord has that so out of sync.
I believe in Doot's ability to fix it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it.